Boom, boom, boom. Morning everyone, Monday here, FWX. Last week was a write-off, so I've regrouped over the weekend. We're going to have a positive week, so I've come in positive. Hope for some good things this week. First job was we've cut some single boards, stuck some foam to it, cut and stuck some foam to it. We've got interviews lined up Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, possibly Friday. So we're going to get interviewees in for a couple hours trial. We're going to give them the foam. We're going to say, there's the material, wrap that. And we're going to see obviously what standards they've got and if they can do the job. They've all been prepped on what they should be able to achieve. So that's going to be the big one this week. If we can get one or two good candidates in, we'll be sown straight away come next week onwards. We'll go outside now. We'll have a look what's happening outside. Bit of an oddball week. We're going to be changing some car doors. So FWX is now turned into a body shop repair centre. Basically, Beth was coming to work last Monday, turned into our junction. Someone sideswiped her, smashed all her. I can't say smashed all the doors in, can I? Sound bad that, Jesus Christ. But we're going to replace them. We've done our wheel. Stop laughing, cameraman. We've done our front wheel because she got pushed into a curb, popped that other side wheel. We've repaired that. Everything still seems straight on that. But no, we're going to bolt new doors on, which is not what we normally do, but we're going to do it. Paul's back in for his week off. We've had a big meeting this morning about what we need to achieve. We've got upholstery going out, about 30 beds there that need to be built in the next sort of 24 hours. So they'll be cracking on with that. I have got the rubber gasket in for the ski gondola. I'll be fitting that up in the next sort of 24 hours to commence work on lifting rams and locking straps for that. Customer needs a back, plus we need the space up there, it's getting a bit tight. New online production schedule starting to work, coming to play very well. Adding some extra features to that to help us out. Laser machine's getting a bit of a clean down, so we're just cleaning all the bottoms out here. This is all the strap parts, remnants we call them, I've dropped in. John's doing what John does best, cutting box section. He will be out later on, picking some seat belts up and stuff like that. Standing single frames are coming through nicely. Stainless steel trim's been cut. There to go on our RX systems. 915 Micados there. That there, 1300 I think. More singles, doubles, top load and lockers. Now we only build them for one customer, 3 to 4 times a year. Do them in batches of 20. There's another 16 European German frames in there. They're going to be getting built this week. And we've got singles going out today. There's a couple of deliveries that we need to make today. More upholstery to collect. There is, I think this is the matching set. There's 2 sets here. So a left and a right hand. These are going into a VW Crafter. So this is a VW Austin trim black fabric outers. They're getting sent up to Scotland, I believe. What else? Benches. We had a bit of a supply issue with runners on them. So I changed supplier and sizes, made a couple of little modifications to our side panel, but they're all coming through nicely. And that's pretty much about it. So we'll see what happens with smash doors, upholstery interviews. We'll go back in actually and show you the stock we've got for upholstery. I've ordered some samples in. Because obviously upholstery, you want to keep the batches the same. If I'm advertising stuff on the internet, the colour scheme needs to be sort of the same. You're going to laugh at them all day now, aren't you? Right, so airline man's coming in Thursday, popping an airline in. We're going to have these machines work before then, so we're going to bring a mobile air source in here just to keep the machines going. We've got all the samples on the wall here, GTI fabrics, your VW seating, all the rest of it, all the different vinyls. Then the thread range, so you use a 20 and a 40 thread. They're all listed on there. And then what we've had ordered in is Basic stuff we use all the time. So grey, light grey vinyls, dark grey vinyls, perforated vinyl. This is that black material I've just showed you outside on the singles. VW brick, VW Samora. 3 different suedes. Got a customer that uses these quite a lot, so we've got some of that in. Scrim. So on stuff like this that doesn't come foam backed, you've got to laminate it with scrim, just so when you're sewing your patterns in, you get that definition of like your Bentley stitch, stuff like that. And then obviously the general black automotive grade vinyl foam backed, ready to cut and stitch up. In here, what I want to try and get done the next 24 hours is some holders. So each side here, like goal posts, and we'll just hook the rolls on. When we are cutting from that roll, we'll bring it down to the bottom holder, pull it out, chalk everything out and cut it. Or they will, not me, because I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, Monday morning, as you can see, quite a long video to start the week off, but there's a lot happening. Fingers crossed it all goes to plan. Right, Monday afternoon, I've started the door situation. Obviously, the reason we're doing this is Beth was coming into work. She was turning into our junction. Someone's then trying to overtake her while she's turning, sideswiped her on the driver's side. So took out our driver's door and rear driver's door, slid across, popped the tyre on the other side. So we're fixing it up basically until the insurance company get the finger out and see what they're doing with it. So we've just ordered 2 new doors in, but we need to switch over all the gubbins, we'll say. Obviously no wing mirror comb, control module for this. So we've got to salvage bits off the current door for the new door, bolt that back on. So I've done the front one first because that's the most complex. Get that bolted back on, just make sure everything lines back up, reset the door lock. We have made the braces for the upholstery room material. Liam is painting them as we speak. We've also done a front black panel just to tidy the front up. So hopefully tomorrow morning that will look a bit more presentable for the interviews to commence. So at the moment we're just switching the doors over. Pretty easy job, basic tools on this. I know it's got nothing to do with camper vans, but we've got ramps and stuff here. We have fixed cars, repaired cars on site before when we've had to. So yeah, this is pretty straightforward. We should have both doors fitted by around 5 o'clock today, so she can still continue to use the car till the insurance company find out what they're doing with it. They're probably going to end up writing it off, and then we'll buy it back, and then she'll carry on using it, depending what category they write it off at. But something like this is just a minimal category. It hasn't done any structural damage. It's simply just smashed the front face of the 2 doors in. But yeah, we should be able to get a before and after picture when it's done. So anyway, back in Monday afternoon. It's just starting to rain. Second door's gone on. I'm just setting it up now because the hinges and stuff on this. This one was pretty easy. Shut. Centre lock and work. This one's slightly off, so we're just adjusting the hinges so it shuts nice and clean and make sure the lines are all within reason. And then she's back on the road. So that's a Monday repair job here at FWX. It's not all about camper vans. Look after your staff and fix cars. I enjoy this sort of work anyway, so a bit of a breather for us. So we'll tune back in on Tuesday, yeah? Is that after Monday? Is Monday after Tuesday or Tuesday after Monday? Wednesday. Who knows? Oh.
That nice.
I want straight on Tuesday, like.
Straight on to Tuesday.
Hey, she's a roller. High roller. Right, Tuesday morning. Time deadlines. We're working on deadlines now. I feel like, what do you call it? Homes under the hammer when they renovate homes. 20 to 2, first interview of the week's in. Airlines hooked up on that machine, threads in, that's working. Materials going on the goalpost that we made yesterday. Foams come in, blocks of foam. So we can pre-cut that to any shape we want, depending on the size of bed we're doing. Cocked up yesterday, made my goalposts wrong. So the front 2 are right. The back 2, me little angel, Pauline, he's extending them 100mm because the original VW trim stuff is a bit wider. I did measure it, so I don't want you thinking, oh, you should have measured it. I did measure it. So we're going to bring it out 100mm, fix that problem. So in a couple of hours, we're going to resume back in here, and we're going to have rows of material here, rows of material here, and fingers crossed 2 o'clock someone's sitting here stitching. And then we've got 3 in tomorrow, 3 in on Thursday, and possibly 1 on Friday. Yeah, so that's where we're at. Tuesday, not Wednesday, it's Tuesday. What else we're going to talk about? Some more upholstery come back in today, more deliveries going out by Pallet Waste and ourselves. We've also ordered in some direct courier services, so they're going to pick up from us, take direct to the customer. That's about it. What time we're on? 5 to 9. So we'll resume in a couple of hours and see where we are with goalposts, fixing me cock up, and hopefully have material on shore, ready to cut. We've got scissors, chalk pens, threads, everything's here now. Technically, I'd like to see it with a fully operational sewing machine shop, auto trimmers, bar the staff. And there's one underside, we'll see it. Now I was sitting at home yesterday and realised I've cocked up. That's 2 cock-ups by me. Forgot to order chairs. So I've got no, if you'll have a look, there's actually no chairs in here. So we're going to have to pull a chair in from canteen for them to sit on. And if we get the job, I'm going to say, look, choose your own chair, because obviously they're sitting there, they need to be comfortable. So I'm going to sort of swing it around and say, look, I haven't forgot, I just want you to have the best chair for your needs. So that's going to be the little spiel to them. Other than that, hopefully they're going to come in and start, the skills test is to cover these. Not all of them, just one. Pick which one. The trick is, whoever picks the headrest and completes that is the winner, because that's the hardest one, to get the curves right and stuff. Either one's hard. That's easy. I could probably do that. This one is a bit hard. You want to get obviously the contour of the knee roll in there, bit of definition. Then I'd say this one and that one. Both are pretty hard because you've got to get round here without any creases. So if someone comes in and goes, I want to do that one, and they complete it, the chances are they're going to get the job. So fingers crossed we'll find someone who can do that. But no, Tuesday, production's busy. We are catching up slowly and steady. Orders are coming in nicely. Website's working well. People are just going online, watching our videos on YouTube and on the website for fitment and which product's going to fit the vehicle. I'm very happy with that at the moment. There's not much tweaking to do on that. The next thing is we're just going to try and grow the TikTok audience. Struggling a little bit with that. So we're going to put a bit more effort into our TikToks and Instagrams. Some funny stuff, some direct important stuff as well. But yeah, Tuesday morning, nearly done here. Afternoon, hopefully I've got a smile on my face. Person might turn up, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Oh, I thought you kept bringing sweets in.
Sweets?
Wait.
I have nothing.
Well, you don't bring any sweets in? For the lads?
Not yet.
And lasses? Why?
Because I keep forgetting.
Can't come down here, you know, and not bring any sweets with you.
Nuts now.
You into nuts?
Aye.
Hope he's not. Gobble, gobble. Anyway, Tuesday afternoon. This has been terrible this week, hasn't it? Innuendos, sinuendos. I can't even talk. Anyway, what's happened? We'll give birth to another 2 tool chests, which I've been told off by Pauline. Shouldn't have got them. Well, like me told. European order, that's coming out. Upholstery come in. Benchies. That's going out to a customer tomorrow. We've got that getting put onto the floor pan we fitted last Tuesday. That customer's come back in because his upholstery's done. We have got interview personnel is in now, sewing, cutting and sewing. Left at their own devices. Palmer virus, lovely them. What's happening here? Phone's ringing non-stop. Very busy, gotta get back to them. What you doing? What else is happening? Deliveries tomorrow. Van's going out. Stock to pick up from our main consumable base for the runners and plasticky parts. This stuff. Is that what else happening tomorrow? You don't know? You're off for a week and a bit, aren't you? Cameraman's off from Monday. Well, from Thursday. Tell a walk round. That's been put on pause. But we need to speed up on that. I do need to get my finger out with that, to be honest. But we've had to sort out the upholstery room and make sure that that's ready to roll, which it is. Painters had half a day, so I've got a bit of a backlog, but he'll get through this tomorrow. We have got possibly every type of bed going on here. We have got singles, doubles, being shrunk in the microwave ones, very small, gas lockers, lots of stock which I like to see, pre-cut and bent, side panels for a private customer, general side panels. What else we got? Out of runners, stacks of them, more benches, ready to go. I think Dane's coming back off his holiday tomorrow to weld them up. Floor pans, John's cutting the rest of the box section, all that's racked up. And we have got another custom sheet, normal side panels, oversized side panels, base plates. I'll bring around here, you can see the finished there. We'll talk more about this tomorrow morning. I don't want to interrupt people who's in. I've had to do some repair works on this because I fitted the doors, didn't realise that the new doors had chrome trim. So we had to pull the chrome trim off, put the original back on, and then I bought a door that was an electric door. So I've had to strip all this out, take the winder motor out, and then use the old door and put all the manual winder mechanism in, and then square the door back up. But other than that, that is fixed. I've just got a test driver for it, make sure everything is square. If it's not square, tough. Get the hammer back out on it. So that's pumping out now. We're cutting stuff, we're sewing stuff, things moving in there, which is what we've been wanting for a long time. We are going to be cutting some foam tomorrow, some 4-inch foam. So we've got 1-inch, 3-inch, and 4-inch foam. Going to cut some upholstery sets out with that. But no, I've now got 4 tool chests, all for me, so I can break them. But no, today's been a good day. Been a bit disorganised and don't want to shout too much for there and there. Disorganised, organised, I don't know. Products are getting made on the shop floor. Fabrication's happening. Orders are coming in and orders are going out. So overall for Tuesday, pretty positive. I want to start the week off positive. We've flown it. Can't even speak, man. We've moved into Tuesday positive. We're going to end positive, and then hopefully more interviewees are in tomorrow. See what they can deliver, if it can do the job, and hopefully more sales, more dispatch. We'll see them again Thursday, but we'll find out what happens on Wednesday morning. It's not going to be Woody Wednesday, but I think of a new name for that. Wacky Wednesday, Whirlwind Wednesday, or Wonderful Wednesday. It's going to be one of them. See what happens. Side, he come in and started shouting at us because I bought another 2 toolboxes. And he's acting like he's Charlie off Clarkson's Farm, and I'm Jeremy. It's just, well, I think Jeremy's green tractor's gone up for sale, isn't it? So we'll try and buy it at auction. Am I allowed?
Sure. May as well, because we're buying everything else.
I don't think I've got any other surprises coming in.
I've chipped over, saw like 2 new toolboxes that I wasn't aware of.
They've been passing the last 3 hours, you can't miss them.
I know, but that's the point though.
Anyway, that sandwich was really nice. He's brought half a sandwich in today. Trying to put on a diet. It was very nice, but it was one I just wanted another like half a loaf of it.
Don't change the subject. I ordered 200 cutting discs. And we're getting 200 cutting discs and 2 tool chests.
Oh, Andy, give us a set of knives.
All right.
And a set of knives. Some samurai knife.
Samurai knife.
Anyway, samurai knife.
Well, you can use them to cut your sandwich up with.
Well, when you start bringing a decent sized one in, yeah, I'll chop up that. I just give us a knife set and take one.
I was just wondering that.
Oh, anyway, so it's Clarkson's Workshop Part 2 in here.
So he's now jealous. So the next time he's
I
back.
don't know if you are. I don't know what you are. Check the mess.
I am all of his mates rolled into one.
Well,
Because there ain't not much I can be done or haven't done.
okay.
Had to put your job right today.
No, he said we weren't going to talk about that on camera.
Well,
I did mention it
What
once or
happened?
twice.
I think we should.
Look at, we got gifted a table, and not one corner's the right side. So I've measured one corner, thinking it was all equal. Built the posts, and only one fit. So Paul the magician had to chop bits off and extend them for us.
By about 100 now.
Yeah. We weren't never going to.
So we're not talking about just a couple of million, we're talking about 100 now.
That's 100 mil, sorry. Like that.
In these eyes it is.
It is 100 mil, right, a little 100 mil, that's down. And if we hit it with a hammer, 100%, put a hammer in it.
What a big f***ing hammer.
Squashed it in. Anyway, he's fixed the job. It's bolted on. It looks the part. Anyway, F1 is it back on this week?
Yes.
Where's it at?
Canadian.
Canadian. Barcelona, Canadian.
Red and white.
Flipping hell. I thought they were cutting down on these eco travelling.
Russell.
Right, they came from Barcelona to Canada. And they come back and do flipping other Italian one. Straight after.
Oh no, it's the Canadian one.
I'm sure it's European flipping.
I'm sure I think it's Canada.
Anyway, what's happening? Hampton's going to win. I say this every time. He never wins. Letting us down, Lewis. Fucking get a couple of wins under your belt.
Anyway, right, let's have a quick look because there should be fans here, but
Plastic fans, eh?
Canadian to Canadian.
So they went all the way. That's why there was a great. So they went from Barcelona all the way.
Well, here's the thing. So they're going to Canada and then they're going back to Austria.
And I thought they were.
And then the British, and then Belgium, and then Hungarian, and then Dutch, Italian, Azerbaijan,
Why are they doing
Singapore, United States, Mexico, Brazil, Las Vegas, and Qatar, and then Abu Dhabi Doo.
that? Abu Dhabi do that.
Abu Dhabi do.
You must have watched the show, but
Oh yeah.
Like I was like, oh yeah, I had to go up.
Yeah. I've heard of it.
one of them looks like you without hair.
Definitely.
Me without hair will be me in 5 years, basically. Let's be fair.
Right, everyone, it is Wednesday here at FWX. This is the sawn room. As you can see, everything's up, ready to roll. We had an interview person in yesterday. 2 more's coming in today. I'm just checking the machines because I know everything about sawn. I don't really, but I like to have a go. I like to know what I'm expecting other people to do. And this is a fairly hard job, hence why it's hard to get the right standards of staff. I think you've got some people who sew light stuff. The heavier stuff seems to be a dying trade. So yeah, machines are set up. 11 o'clock, next interview's in. We've got the phone ready that we can pick one of them sets and then start sewing it. But yeah, I want to have a go, so just bear with us. Don't want any fingers off, do I? Doesn't work. See, we don't lie here. I have made something this morning. Just fell off. Normally we'll have another one rolling up on here, but that hasn't happened. Normally that would roll around, but it's jammed. I don't know what I'm doing with these machines, but when you're sewing, this is supposed to wind another bobbin up, but seems to just be a little bit jammed under there, which it is. I think the tension spring's a little bit too hard. So I'm just going to wind that off a little bit. Anyway, we'll get back to that in a minute once I've wound a bit of material on. This is what I've achieved this morning. My first ever cushion. And you might say, no you haven't. No, I have. An hour and a half, I've created that. It's not great, but I've never used a sewing machine in my life. And I think I've done an alright job. So I technically now know what I expect from people and how hard it is to achieve what I want. Bear in mind that is the basic of basic. You start putting infill panels in and Mondeo panels and piping on, clueless how to do that. It's a very skilled job, so hopefully we can get 1 or 2 members of staff starting the ASAP to use all this material and make our own upholstery. Give me 5 minutes whilst I wind me bobbin back up. Is that a nursery rhyme? Wind me bobbin up? Nah, I'm going to wind me bobbin back up and then I'm going to stitch something.
You'll be on that Sunbay shortly, mate.
Sunday. Making people's dresses and that. Anywho, it should be aware. Let's just do a little check. Oh. Still not working. I don't know.
This is great content.
How not to use a sewing machine. 101. Why is it not f***ing picking it up?
One eternity later.
It's nearly there. I will explain the problems in a minute. Problem 1 is, I ain't got a clue what I'm doing. I ain't gonna lie about that. But like I said before, if I expect people to do a job, I want to have a go myself. You know what I mean? I'm not one of these gaffers who sit in the office shouting at people when I haven't got a clue how to do the job myself. Granted, I don't know how to do the job, but I'm having a go to get an idea for it. So we're gonna stitch these 2 bits together and hopefully it'll work. Issue we had is the bottom bobbin hurdy-gurdy thing, I don't know what that is, was all clogged up with crap and bits of thread. So when that goes in, it picks up the thread underneath and loops round, and obviously that creates a stitch. That's probably the most basic ever stitching terminology you're going to hear, but it is what it is. Anyway, we'll have a look. We'll see what we're going to achieve with this one. So, I think it's got a hold. What I'll do is I'll put that round there, into there. Do a little bit of folding McFold. And there you go. Something like that. Obviously we made that earlier. Somehow. I don't know how I've accomplished this, by the way. Give us metal work and anything, you're doing metal work and grinding and bending and welding, no problem. How I've achieved that in an hour and a half, I don't know. I'm going to have a pint later on. I have achieved something. As Clarkson would say, back to Clarkson's farm, I've did a thing. And I fixed the thing, and now I know how all this gubbins works, and also automatic bob and rewinder thing for underneath. So when that's getting used, that one's filling, switch it over. Yeah, so I'm now a fully time-served skilled machinist. I am the machine. But no, all jokes aside, we've made something. Interview, personality review in exactly 19 minutes. We'll see how punctual they are coming in. And then we're going to move on to some hurdy-gurdy important videos because we've got a little bit of seriousness to talk about, which we'll review in this, obviously, YouTube video, but there will be a separate social media clip it to get smashed out there. Because we've got a few issues arising with copycats pinching our name, building products and putting our name on certification when we actually haven't built the product. But we'll go into that a little bit later on.
Because if we recorded, he would have had to put on Slipper Somo for how quick I was going.
Slooper Somo? Slooper Somo?
I've got bits of biscuit stuck in the meat teeth.
Well, anyway, Lunchy's brought the foam cutter. Anyway, we'll cut some foam today. What's it going to be like if we cut all our foam? If we had 20 singles to cut, how much of a problem is that like?
A nightmare.
Oh. Right. Why?
Why? Because all that did.
Oh, well, I'm a bullet. That's your nightmare, not mine. End of Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Wednesday. End of Wednesday. What's happened? Everything's happened today. Finished the fitting that come in last week. Come back for his bed. That's in, gone out. We've had 2 interviews, very successful. Show you what they've made. Last week was horrendous. Started this week off positive, and it's going that way very well. So I've had 2 interviews in today. One's made this, one's made that. First off goes, very impressed. We have got 2 roles, could be filled, but we have got 3 more people in tomorrow. So we're keeping our options open. Material's going down, we'll have to order some more of that. Everything in here is set up, like you say, banging on about it. Airline man is in tomorrow. If he doesn't come in tomorrow, I'm going to go and find him and strangle him. So that is the last piece of the puzzle. Once that's in, we are complete. Job's a good one. We've been cutting foam today, which Paul's done. He's made a neat job of this. So that's been nicely hand cut out by Pauline upstairs. Done good work, actually. Praise for that. He's made a nice job. Pushing out some random beds today. 1s and 2s off. John's been out delivering to a local customer. German order is coming through nicely. Them should be finished now. 16 off done. Benchy 1, Benchy 2. What else we got? Frames waiting for upholstery. Frames waiting to get built. Is the German order done now?
Yeah.
German order's done there. Confirmed by the OG there. Big dog. Big dog. Singles coming through. More full width. More singles. Dane's back off holiday, thank God. He's had more holidays than the king. Stock's ploughed through. I think we've technically run out of steel again. Which is good, it means we're using it, we're utilising it. Gas lock is ready to be bent, more side panels, more rail systems. No sheet steel left, no box section left, all coming in tomorrow morning. Cutting some stainless, I think, tomorrow. We'll get a quick video of the stainless getting cut. More upholstery being delivered to us to go on to frames, another benchy. They're flying out now for your motorhomes. So get on the website, FWX Benchy, perfect motorhome seat. In all fairness, I'd say it's the best motorhome seat on the market for what it does. Really good option. That will start flying in the summer when it hits the shores. But other than that, that is Wednesday wrapped up. 3 more interviews tomorrow. More dispatch, more beer, building. Fingers crossed, no problems. Positive week, we're going strong. Thursday morning, FWX. I've got a little bit of reading, bit of thread work. Interviews today. I did forget, and I didn't tell you this yesterday. Got an interview in this afternoon, midday, for a welding job. So this week we're going to have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 interviews happening, or happened. So yeah, another welding opportunity opening up. Got 1 guy coming in, might have a 2nd guy coming in. What are you shaking your head for?
That's news to me.
That's news, that's it, it's news. Look at this, news to everyone. Look at it, we'll start the week off positive. We're going to end the week positive. So yeah, a lot of interviews. Been a while since I've interviewed. Paul normally does the shop floor stuff. Obviously I've took control of the sewing room. Going really well. Obviously we've got samples in. I'm getting my head around what things are called, different threads, different thicknesses of threads and what colours you can have. A range. This is just one supplier we use for material and thread. Some things you can have, some things you can't have. But anyway, back to Thursday. So we've got interviews starting 8:30, 11 o'clock, midday, and then potentially 1 at 2 o'clock. Two for welding, 2 for sewing. Really good. We're sitting down here, we're doing some formal videos this morning. Social media, get them edited, uploaded, scheduled. Shop floor is doing what it needs to do. Last 2 weeks, even though last week was a terrible week in the video, this week and last week we have caught up a bit. We are starting now being able to supply our flagship model, which is behind us, a double IMIX for your transits and VWs within 1 to 1.5 weeks of order, which is really good. Upholstery still behind on that, but hopefully in the forthcoming weeks, with what we're doing in-house and our 2 external suppliers, we'll be caught back up with that. Digital system, I keep banging on about it, that is by the end of next week we'll be fully integrated onto that. Have ordered a touchscreen monitor for the guys on assembly, so they've got direct access where they're working to start moving jobs, uploading serial numbers. So yeah, a lot happening here to make us a lot more productive and keeping the customers happy and still supplying that great product at a great price for the UK, Europe, and the USA. So yeah, very busy here. Hopefully we're going to have some things happening in America very soon with the stock we've got out there. We've even had some footballers, ex-footballers on the phone yesterday wanting vans converting, which we're going to be working with very shortly. Not sure on time scale on that, but we will have a couple of them coming in and we're going to make day vans. A lot of footballers like golf and fishing these days, so there'll be a couple of fishing vehicles and stuff like that. So yeah, there's a lot going to be happening throughout the summer here. Obviously for a very, very busy Thursday we've got planned, and busy week. We just need to keep it all together, get more orders out, get the steel in, get it cut. Everyone just needs to be doing 110%, which they do all the time, to keep everything moving nice and smoothly. So this afternoon, we're going to do a bit of a funny video for TikTok for good welds and bad welds. And then I'm sure something else will happen, which will be fun and games. But as it stands, Thursday morning, we're organised, we're interviewing, we're doing social media stuff, and we're producing our famous rock and roll beds. What was that? Ah, yes.
Oh.
Why's the tube come? Only ordered one of them. Wi-Fi Dungal.
I've always wanted
Did you order? Well, you got two now. I ordered one. There's Amazon's cock up there. Order one, send two. I ain't bothered. I'm not complaining about that. Check if there's two monitors in here, because that'll be even better. Get one straight on eBay. Anyway, it's Paul's birthday. Anyway, you forgot about John's birthday. It's John's birthday last week, wasn't it? Last Thursday.
I didn't forget about it, mate. I wasn't in.
Last Thursday.
Mate, I was off last week.
Was it last day? I was off last week. Wasn't it? Oh, that was that week. Oh, it was that absolute shit week. You proper dropped us in the turd, didn't you? That was the foreskin week, wasn't it? Week of foreskins.
There's actually 2 boxes in here.
That shouldn't be. There's not. There's one box. Not him long enough how he lies. It's not straight, that's for sure.
Bonnie obviously lying about my birthday.
How bent as a 9 bob note he is. Anyway, it's his birthday. He's 64 on Sunday. I've been saving the candles for 3 years. 64 candles is a lot of candles, you know. Isn't that right, Paulie? Bus passed a lot. He's got his bus pass. You had to get on the bus with me dad on a Saturday and get out of town. What are you doing for your birthday, anyways? Because you're off Monday. He's off.
Spending away from you.
He's off Monday again. So this month he's been in 3 days. But like Jordan downstairs. 1 week in, 3 weeks off. The monitor is for downstairs assembly area. Touch screen monitor to put the new production schedule planner on, so everyone can have a little bit of a feely touch, pokey.
There's anyways this touch screen.
Hey, better be. Look, if you can't finger blast it, come back. Upward. Please don't trample. We should have that in our upholstery, shouldn't we?
I can up, or can you
No, we're not going to bracket up off this. Anyway, we've film set here, right? We're trying to do an important social media.
There, then you can obviously sort
No, mate, you've come up, made an absolute fucking eyesore of a place. Do you know what I mean? In the middle, look at this video that we're trying to do here is the upholstery video. Very complex, you know, a lot of stuff to talk about. Heads come up and just literally shit all over the table. What are you actually what are you doing? So you've come up and laid shit all over. There's a guy trying to get interviewed downstairs. What are you doing, man?
I know you know well there, right? So there's this thing called that. That is
What's
you.
that?
That is you, vacant.
That's your head. Your skull is vacant permanently.
Vacant in progress. I would have read that and I wouldn't have come in.
Out flipping Nathaniel's skullboy there. Empty heat. With the wind, oh, you should either whistle when the wind gets hold of his lug and go straight through his head. The right squeal. Isn't that right, mate? Hey, well, what are you doing for your birthday?
So what are you spending away from you?
I know it's a big one though. Anyway, no.
Should we get this film?
Aye, once we've tidied up the room, yeah, we'll put everything back, aye. Sound, mate? Oh, you're zooming in, like. Decisions now. 4 applicants have been in. 4 sets of upholstery, well, 4 pieces have been completed. All with good points and bad points, but that's what happens. I need to learn the job. And the techniques, I suppose, to do the job. But we've got a lot of different sewing techniques, and I'm not an expert, as we were saying earlier on this week, but they've all come in and done stuff on a skills test, which is quite good of them to come in, start from scratch, cut everything out, and then sew it together to make a finished product. Number 4's out there, which was the first one of yesterday morning. I'll bring hers in, and then it's me and Paul scratch our heads and do some decisions and some emails out to possibly 2 people who may have new jobs here within FWX. So we'll find out in a little while. We're going to tune back in 10 minutes for your walk round, and that's the end.
Yeah.
Cheers, mate.
Also, man. It looks like 2-1. But every.
No. I think it's already gone. I think it's already gone, mate. The 2 going today is parcel force.
Alright, okay.
You'll not do parcel force, will you? No. No, mate. Thank you very much. Cambrum tools. What's this like creeping Jesus?
What's that?
I don't know. Is this for me? Have I ripped someone else's gear open here? Camber Miller Tools. Bosch Professional two-piece saw blade. So this is the foam saw blade.
Is it? That's the saw blade?
Someone's packed a parcel and forgot to actually put the thing in that should have been in. That looks to me it's off a drill or something. T-box. I bet that's off like a DeWalt drill has been in there. Someone has sent me.
A bit of plastic.
Yeah. Should have 2-piece saw blade for foam rubber cutters.
And we got a bit of plastic.
Look at the plastic. Well, I'm glad to see that's the shittest part of this week. Patrick Chris banana. I tell you what, mate. What? You cut your head open again? No. What have you done? Like you got it on camera? Let's have a look. What's he done? Like you're cutting a bit of wood down there. Like I want to zoom in, like so we can actually. Oh! You're putting that in an accident boot. Anyway, your cutters have come. For your foam machine. Have you signed them off?
Mate, I'm saying 2 boxes.
Let's just make sure they're the right one.
But you mean all that's come just for.
Ah, that's them 2 blades for the foam cutters. That's what they've sent. With the packing slip.
Genuinely.
That's I've just opened it up. It's all on video, the shock. Have you got the bit of paper?
No, you got it.
Yeah, a bit of paper. So it tells you that someone's picked it up, hand circled everything. Right, this is good, this, right? Anyway, Campbell Tools, we're gonna phone you, you're gonna send us some new ones. We're not, obviously, mistakes happen, we make mistakes weekly. But, someone is, I don't know what that is, that's part of a drill thing, I think. Anyway, we'll get on the phone to these, we'll get that rectified. But thank you very much for sending recycling materials instead of saw blades. I'm glad we don't need them. Anyway, I'll keep that. We might have to send that back to them. Anyway, he's knocked his cell out. Did it hurt? Did it? Oh, twang on the back of the old great skull there.
Got the old egg burp on the back.
Has it got a lump on like? Who think he is like James Bond? Oh no, his pocket.
No, I'll get that to rub on a part of the store if you rub it on.
Rub your
Rub your banana.
What you rubbing your banana on? Anyway, What the hell's just happened in the last 5 minutes? I don't know. I'm still in the room though. This room's got some sort of stupidity going on with it. Anyway, interviews are over. We'll tune back in for a walk round. My ski gondola job, I've cocked that up. Paul's fixing that. So Paul has actually, he cocked last week up tremendously, but he has come back in this week and saved my skin by fixing my goalposts and resetting the door on the ski gondola because it doesn't fit properly. Because I built it without trying. I done a boo-boo. I thought I was that good, I built it to fit. And it did fit until you start putting rubber seal on, and then it got a bit too big, and then it's chafing a bit. So we're going to rectify that. We're going to fix up the mess that he made upstairs, unboxing like a kid on Christmas Day. So we're going to tidy that up. Pay wages, pay more bills, and go home. Right. End of the week show. Here we go. Right. Production computer. Going here somewhere. You might get a little clip of that to spring at the end if I have enough time, but we haven't. We're running out of time. I've got approximately 2 hours left. Right, beds. Loads of camper van beds. Reason why we're the busiest is because we're the best. We're busy. Stuff lined up to go out. Stuff going out on pallet ways is normal stuff. I ain't got a clue where I'm going. Right, up there. Door is removed off the gondola. I cocked up. It's over there feeling sorry for itself. Painty Magoo, Liam doing his job as he always does. 27 degrees here yesterday. That's 180 degrees. Here, some boy. Top grafter never stopped. Ian's back. I think he's gone out of well, to be honest. He's getting back into it now. He's had his week off in... Where did he go to? Seattle. Went to Seattle. Danny's on a half day. We'll not talk about that. Disco Davies. I've known Dave a long time. There is a story behind that when I nearly killed him. But we'll go into that at a later date. We'll have to write that on your notepad. We'll have a discussion about how I killed Dave. I had to resurrect him with a crane out of a cylinder. So that's as much as I'm giving you. John's off today because John come in Monday, so Beth is cutting box section. Beth is also off for 2 weeks from Monday. So Beth's down, cameraman. He's waiting for me to He's waiting for me to talk about him. He's off for 2 weeks. 1 week?
1 week.
1 week, 1 day. 1 week, 1 day. What's happened in here? Absolutely bottle. Right. Let's have a look. Go around there. This is how the last 2 weeks have been. It's gone. Where's the stainless gone? Have you unloaded the stainless? Where's the stainless gone? Have you done it? You tied it and put it away? Have a look. There we go. Anyway. All of that was cooked. Took 2 hours and 29 minutes. Fitted plates. Stainless fitted plates. Paul's fixing this because we've had airline guys in. We've come off here, split into that, airline across in to the sewing room, all good. You see there, big hole dropping in. So we've now got air in here. Tuesday me and Paul's going to wire the machines in because I've got to convert that down to 8mm micro pipe, feed the 4 machines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 applicants have been in, produced something. We've got to have a meeting about that, of who we're going to pick, if we're going to pick anyone. Is that what else I missed?
Different kind of video next week. Funny moments video.
So at the same time as normal, 6 o'clock at night on a Monday. Not this Monday, because this Monday is going to have what you're saying now. Is that right?
Yeah.
Looking at behind the scenes or what? The following Monday is going to be all the bloopers that's happened over the last 14 weeks or 1 week?
16.
16 weeks?
16
Should be
weeks.
getting paid off Discovery Channel for this. 16 episodes.
16 episodes.
Bloody hell. 16 episodes of absolute garbage. 1 follower. Shameless. Terrible. Need to pipe up, start following, sharing. The stuff's going to start getting a little bit funky around here. Funky. What I'm doing that for. Anyway, football has been on the phone. Another football has been on the phone. What else is happening? Had 3 orders today for 28 beds. That is not a joke. I told you it was coming, didn't I? Told you yesterday. So that's just spruced everything up a little bit. Hence why, well, we did have an interview turn up at midday. He's not here. It's 1:45. What can we say? We need another welder. 2 upholstery people will be starting here imminently, very soon. Footballers are bringing vans here. I'm getting people asking us now, I need it there for a full van conversion. So we've got capabilities of doing it, it's not a problem, but the word's getting out there. TikTok, couple of little comments and emails from TikTok about the ID buzz. Social media is happening, it's not happening quick enough because I'm a very impatient person. We need more follows, more shares, more subscribes to make it happen. And if it does, I promise funny things, good things, and nice things will happen from FWX Direct. Look forward to the bloopers.